Hi students, welcome back. So hope that you are safe in your home, stay safe. In the previous class, we have discussed about acids and bases and also their reaction, also what happens when they are joined together. Now we are going to discuss about salts. We have already learned that when acid and alkali added together, what forms? Water and salts. So salts is formed by neutralization of acid and base. Okay, you have studied about neutralization. So family of salts, how the salts are prepared by neutralizing acids and bases. Here an activity given in your textbook in page number 28, activity 2.13. Write the chemical formula of the salts given below. Which are the salts? Potassium sulfate. Okay. Potassium sulfate. K2SO4. This is the chemical formula of potassium sulfate. Then next, sodium sulfate. Na2SO4. The next, calcium sulfate. CaSO4. Then magnesium sulfate. MgSO4. Then copper sulfate. CuSO4, then sodium chloride, sodium nitrate, sodium chloride, sodium nitrate, then sodium carbonate and ammonium chloride. Sodium carbonate and ammonium chloride. NH4Cl. These are the chemical formula of salts. These are the different salts formed from acids and alkali. Identify the acids and bases from which the above salts may be obtained. We have to identify, we have already said that salts is formed by joining acids and bases. So the salts should be come from an acid and a base. So we have to identify by seeing the name of the salts which are the acid and base which it is coming from. K2SO4. We should remind that first there is two radicals for a salt, K and SO4. First is a positive radical, next the second one is negative radical. Positive radical is came from base and negative radical is came from what? Acid. So K2 came from base. Which is a base that include K? Yes, KOH. This is the base. And SO4. From which acid does SO4 come? Yes, you all know that H2SO4. So H2SO4 plus KOH gives K2SO4. Salt named K2SO4. Also like this, we have to write the acids and bases present in these salts too. In this salt Na2SO4, which is a base, Na, positive radical is Na. Na came from base, which is the base. You all know that base, the common component in a base is OH. So we have to add OH to first radical. And in this case, in the acid, the common particle is H plus. So we can easily write the names of bases and acids. Na2SO4. NaOH is the base again SO4, it is H2SO4. So this acid and base react to form this salt. And in the case of CaSO4, calcium hydroxide plus H2SO4. Then MgSO4, that is again H2SO4 and MgOH twice. Then next CuSO4, H2SO4 plus CuOH twice. Then NaCl. Na came from NaOH. Then Cl came from HCl. Then NaNO3. HNO3 plus NaOH. Then Na2CO3. H2CO3. This carbonic acid plus NaOH. Okay. Then last NH4Cl. It came from HCl and NH4OH. Okay. So we should say that which are the acids and bases by seeing a salt that it is coming from. Then these are the salt get by adding acid and bases. Okay, in this salts, here these two salts have same positive radicals. Okay, first one is positive and next one is negative radical. Positive radical came from bases and negative radical came from acid. So here in these two salts, positive radical is same. So we can say that these two salts are included in same family of sodium, Na sodium, family of sodium. And also here Na2SO4 and K2SO4. Here the negative radical is same. Okay, so these salts include in same family of sulfate. Okay, like this we can include many salts in different families. Okay, then, and what is the character of these salts? Is it neutral or basic or acidic? We want to check it. So we want to check it by using litmus paper. So it is not possible here to check all these salts. So I will conclude the answer. When a salt is formed from a strong acid and a strong alkali, for example NaCl. NaCl is the common salt that we are using. It is formed from what is HCl, strong acid. The strong acid is HCl and strong base called NaOH. It is formed from strong acid and strong base. So when the salt is formed from a strong acid and strong base, it will become neutral. That it will have a pH value of 7. Okay, 7 is neutral value. So when we add a strong acid with a weak base, what happened? The salt formed will have acidic character, because acidic character is above the weak base. So when strong acid and weak bases join together, the salt formed will have acidic character. When weak acid is joined with a strong base, what happens? The salt formed will have basic character. Okay, did you understand? Yes. the strong base and weak base are basic in nature with pH value more than 7. When the weak acid and strong base join together, the pH value of salt will be above 7. When the strong acid and weak base is joined together, the salt formed will have a pH value less than 7. When strong acid and strong base join together, the pH value of salt will be 7. Okay? Did you understand? Okay. This is all about the strength of the pH of salts. Then chemicals from common salt. The common salt that we are using in our food is what? NaCl. NaCl is the salt that we are using in our food. These salts are not using in our food. We use the salt, only salt named NaCl. So it is a neutral salt. Okay. Then where from did we get this salt? Yes, it gets from seawater. In the seawater, sodium chloride is seawater contains many salts dissolved in it. In seawater, there are so many salts dissolved in it. We want to separate the NaCl from that salts through evaporation. So, deposits of solid salts are also found in several parts of the world. These large crystals are often brown due to impurities. There are several solid salts. So this is brown in color because these have impurities in it. So these salts are called rock salt. And bed of rock salt were formed when seas of bygone ages dry up. Rock salt is mined like coal. It is mined like a coal. So you must have heard about Gandhi's march, Dandi march, Uppu Satyagraha. The salt was such an important symbol in our struggle for freedom. So let's now we are going to discuss about the uses of common salt. Uses of NaCl. NaCl is used to, it is a raw material to prepare some chemical. The main chemical that we are making using NaCl are sodium hydroxide. First, sodium hydroxide is prepared using NaCl. Then next, we can make baking soda using NaCl. We can prepare baking soda from NaCl and also washing soda. We can prepare washing soda, and at last we can prepare bleaching powder. We can prepare more than this from NaCl, more chemicals from this NaCl. In this chapter we are only discussing about these 4 items. So let's see how this is prepared from NaCl. First, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is prepared from NaCl. How? Some sodium hydroxide, NaCl, salt is dissolved in water. A salt solution is taken, that is, it is called a brine solution. Solution of sodium chloride is known as brine solution, and passing current, when electric current is passed through this brine solution, we get 3 items. Which are they? We get NaOH and H2 and Cl2. These are the three items that we get when we pass electric current through brine solution, NaCl solution. When we pass current through NaCl solution, we get sodium hydroxide plus H2Cl2. Okay, and here there is a diagram given in your textbook. This process is called the chlor-alkali process because we get chlor, which is chlorine, and alkali, which is sodium hydroxide. The products are H2Cl2, NaOH. NaOH is an alkali, chlorine is taken as chlor. So this process is called a chlor-alkali process. What are the uses of these products? It is given in your textbook. Take page number 30. Chlorine, it is used for water treatment, swimming pools, PVC, disinfectants, CFCs, pesticides. It is used to produce these chemicals, and it is used for water treatment, water purification, then swimming pool to purify the water. Then the uses of H2. H2 is taken out from through here. It is used as fuels. Hydrogen can be used as fuel. It is used for margarine, then ammonia, for the preparation of ammonia, for it is used as fertilizer. Then use of NaOH, degreasing metals, it is used for degreasing metals. Soaps and detergent, it is used for making soaps and detergent. NaOH is used for making soaps and detergents, paper making, artificial fibers. So these are the uses of NaOH. Then the equation of the chemical equation of this process is NaCl plus H2O gives what? By passing electricity, we get NaOH plus Cl2 plus H2. These are the product that we get when we pass electricity through NaCl. So we can produce sodium hydroxide from NaCl. Then next we are going to check how bleaching powder is next we are discussing about bleaching powder, how bleaching powder is formed from the NaCl. Bleaching powder is produced from the chlorine, which is produced by the production of sodium hydroxide, chlor-alkali process. We get chlorine from chlor-alkali process. This is a process to make NaOH. We also get hydrogen and chlorine from this process. This chlorine is used to make bleaching powder. Bleaching powder. So bleaching powder is produced by passing this chlorine gas over slaked lime, which is CaOH. This is called slaked lime. Chunnam, slaked lime. Passing chlorine gas over slaked lime, we get bleaching powder. CaCO-Cl2. CaCO-Cl2 plus H2O. So bleaching powder is produced by passing chlorine gas over slaked lime, calcium hydroxide. So we get bleaching powder plus water. Then bleaching powder is, what is the uses of bleaching powder? Bleaching powder is used for bleaching cotton and linen in textile industry, for bleaching wood pulp in paper factories, and for bleaching washed clothes in laundry. So then it is used as an oxidizing agent in many chemical industries. Then to make drinking water free from germs, to kill the germs, we add bleaching powder to our wells. You must have seen that. Yes, bleaching powder is used to purify water. Then coming to baking soda. How baking soda is prepared? Baking soda is commonly used in kitchen to make crispy food items like pakoras, etc. So it is also used for fast cooking. You must have seen that baking soda using in your kitchen. It is also used for making cake to for its crispness. Okay. Then it is formed using by NaCl passing it is formed produced using sodium chloride as one of the raw material. It is added with water and carbon dioxide and ammonia, and there forms what? Baking soda and ammonium chloride. Baking soda is NaHCO3. This is baking soda. It is formed by using NaCl, H2O plus carbon dioxide plus ammonia gives what? NH4Cl plus baking soda. Okay. pH of the hydrogen carbonate. This is also called sodium hydrogen carbonate. This sodium hydrogen carbonate is a base. It can neutralize an acid. So it can also, the following reaction take place when it is heated during cooking. During cooking, when we eat this baking soda, what happens? There forms Na2CO3 and H2O and carbon dioxide. This sodium hydrogen carbonate has got various uses in the household. Then next, uses of baking soda. For making baking powder, which is a mixture of baking soda. Baking soda is used for making baking powder. Okay, baking powder which is used for making cakes. Okay, baking powder, mixture of baking soda and a mild edible salt such as tartaric acid. This baking soda with adding with a edible acid, we get baking powder. Okay, then its reactions also given in your textbook. Observe the textbook, page number 31. Here it is the reaction of forming baking powder. Then carbon dioxide produced during the reaction can cause the bread or cake to rise, making them soft and spongy. Okay, sodium hydrogen carbonate is also an ingredient in antacids. This baking soda is an ingredient in antacids. Antacid is a base which is used to get relief against HC, hydrochloric acid, in the acidity in our stomach. We drink antacids to neutralize the acidity in our stomach. So it is also soda acid fire extinguisher. Then washing soda. Last, washing soda. Washing soda is also another chemical that can be obtained from sodium chloride. Its chemical formula is Na2CO3 10H2O. This is washing soda. Washing soda is prepared from sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate can be obtained by heating baking soda. So, recrystallization of sodium carbonate gives washing soda. When we get baking sodium carbonate from baking soda, it when we recrystallize the sodium carbonate, we get washing soda. It is also a basic salt. So, sodium carbonate which we get from the baking soda is recrystallizing. Recrystallizing means crystallizing using water. Recrystallizing, we get Na2CO3 10H2O. This is a chemical that is prepared using NaCl, and let's find out its answer by discussing the uses of, discussing the uses of washing soda. What are the uses of washing soda? It is used in glass, soap and paper industries, and it is also used in the manufacture of sodium compounds such as borax, and it is also used as cleaning agents in domestic purposes, and it is used in removing the permanent hardness of water. These are the uses of washing soda. Then let's answer to the why 10H2O. So let's take it can be proven using an example. I am taking copper sulfate crystals, CuSO4 5H2O. Let's take some copper sulfate crystals in a test tube. I am going to heat this. What happens? Copper sulfate crystals are blue in color. When we heat the copper sulfate crystals, what happens? Its blue color will disappear, and small water droplets are seen on the walls of the test tube. How this happen? Yes, when we heat the crystal, the water will turns into vapor and its blue color will disappear. When we add more water to it, its blue color will reappear. So some salt requires water for their crystallization. How we prepared washing soda? By crystallizing Na2CO3. Na2CO3 on adding water, it can be crystallized into Na2CO3 H2O. Without H2O, we can't form washing soda. So like this CuSO4 washing soda also require water for their crystallization. Then there is another salt called gypsum. Gypsum is also a salt which require water for their crystallization. Its chemical formula is CaSO4 2H2O. It requires 2 water molecules for their crystallization. On heating gypsum, we get plaster of Paris. You must have heard about plaster of Paris. Yes, its chemical formula is CaSO4 half H2O. On heating gypsum, we get plaster of Paris. On adding water to plaster of Paris, we get gypsum return. So the plaster of Paris, it is formed by heating gypsum at 373 Kelvin, and it loses water molecules and become calcium sulfate hemihydrate. This is also called calcium sulfate hemihydrate. This plaster of Paris is white in color. It is used by the doctors for plastering the hands or legs, for supporting the fractured bones in right position. And also the plaster of Paris is used for making many materials, such as for making toys, material for decorations, and for making surface smooth. These are the uses of plaster of Paris. So there are some salts which needs water for their crystallization. They include washing soda, copper sulfate crystals, then calcium sulfate, that means gypsum, and plaster of Paris. So this is all about salts. We have discussed about the formation of salts and the uses of common salt NaCl. It is used for making some chemicals. We have discussed their preparation, and also we have discussed about the crystallization. Okay, hope that you understood everything. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, you have to write the questions given in your textbook. There are some questions. So you have to write its answers. Also you have to write the exercises in your notebook and submit it to me. Okay, let's wind up. So we can let's meet in another class. Okay, bye.